This is what we're looking for. Let's get a different color than black. There you go. Looking for that question mark right there. So this is what we know, people. We know that this angle and this angle are congruent. Okay. Not only are they labeled with the same variable, but it says right here, DAC is congruent to angle BAD. DAC, I'm sorry, yeah, sorry, I went the wrong way. DAC is congruent to BAD. Okay, so those two angles, they are congruent, which means whenever you have an angle bisector like that, that means that these sides right here are going to be proportional to those sides right there. They're going to be equal to each other. So let's set up a ratio of this side and this side really quick. So we go 4.6 over question mark, which you could actually do question mark over 4.6. It doesn't matter which one you choose to do, just as long as you're consistent with what you're doing. So the 4.6 is corresponding to the 6.8. So I'm going to put 6.8 right here, and underneath that I'm going to put 3.8 because that's what the question mark is corresponding to. The question mark is corresponding to 3.8. Now if you wrote it like this over here, you would just have to flip it, okay? The 3.8 goes with the question mark, and then the 6.8 goes with the 4.6. Okay, now we could, there's different ways you guys can solve this. We could try to just make this fraction look like this guy. And so by doing that, we would go, what would you have to multiply to 4.6 to get 6.8? Now that sounds kind of scary to me though. That sounds really hard. Instead, I'm going to solve this like it's an algebraic equation. And to do that, what I would do is I'd put an x right here, and then I'd first multiply both sides by x. And when I do that, these guys cancel out, which is great. Now I got rid of one of my fractions, because don't we all hate fractions? All right, the x goes on top with the 6.8, and then I have a 3.8 on the bottom. And then to get rid of that 3.8, I would multiply both sides by 3.8. Oh, man, this is getting a lot prettier here. Now I'm going to use parentheses instead of that little dot because we got decimals going on, and it's looking kind of confusing. And now I have, see these cancel out over here, we have 6.8 times x. Now how do you get the x alone? What did you do in algebra? We did the inverse. And so instead of multiplying by 6.8, I'm going to divide by 6.8. 6.8 divided by 6.8 is 1. So we have 1x. And on the other side, we have to divide that by 6.8 because of the equal sign. The equal sign says whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other side. So don't jip me, says the equation. Okay, so we have 3.8 times 4.6, shebang. Whoops, I went 8. 3.8 times 4.6, shebang. And then I'm going to divide that by 6.8. Booshka. I get 2.571. But the directions say round to one decimal place. That means we got to round that 5. Because this is a 7, we have to round the 5 up, so it's going to be 2.6, and this is approximately equal to the x. So we put 2.6 for our answer.